Ladies and gentlemen, I believe we have started the mid-game upgrade, expansion and or looking at a few other little things because I've been a lot busy once again, although none of it has been very important. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to Captain of Industry. I did do a little bit of looking at the end of last episode. I know we had this kind of a little thing set up out here, and I do like to build things like this because at least you can kind of generally see what you're going to need. I spreadsheet sometimes as well, but sometimes just visual aids are easier for me to understand. And so looking at this, once I got a couple of things done last time, or at the end of last episode, I know I sat there and fought with that for a while, trying to get these stupid bridges or the stupid little cuts and whatnot figured out. This one, for whatever reason, just took for absolutely ever because there was not a whole lot of things to move around out here. I will learn to do it in sections and figure out a better way to do it. So I've already got it done. We're good to go. Plus, I did realize with the distance of this bridge, or at least this rail line here, that it's a good idea to try to at least crank out as much as you can into a lifted section here. So I just wanted to say that because this is all yellow from here to there. So, I mean, you've got no slowdown, then yellow going uphill, and then a long chunk of red right here. The trains coming out of here were not capable of accelerating up to the full speed before they hit the base of this spot right here, which caused them to be creepy crawly slow by the time they got up here. At least with this, they're creepy crawly slow, kind of, they're almost there by the time it gets, but anyway, it doesn't really matter. So we do have a new system set up for sand. We have a whole bunch of big trucks and a whole bunch of, these wonderful excavators doing the work for us. They're slowly going to clean up this pile of sand. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I did go ahead and start saying that the dumping zone for all of our excess gravel and whatnot rock is going to go over here because I will assume, once again, there will be a small amount of sand somewhere out here once we get there, that you can see it. Like I said, you can kind of see it in the water reflection below that this goes quite a ways. I mean, it goes clear out to here, which likely means that it's, you can still kind of see it right here. I'm not going to try to be as silly with this one, but, like with this one as we were over here. But the thing is this is in the build zone. Sadly, we're going to leave a whole bunch of stuff here. This is in the build zone, and I'm just going to go ahead and just say that it doesn't exist anymore. We're going to fill this pit in very slowly with mountains that are coming from over here. And then if we need to, since we have the rail line over here, we'll scrape this valley clean. There is a pile of coal over here, which is the other reason why I'm over here. I do want to try to get to this coal. We're probably going to need this iron fairly soon as well, which is kind of going to blow my mind. I've already managed to chew through a good portion of the iron in that hole. It's getting there. We'll get there. I can see it. But as far as this goes, hopefully this will last us a little while. And like I said, if we need to, we can continue to keep building this coastline out until we just get tired of it. So I do expect that to eventually end, but somewhere out here we should be able to at least continue to make some sand. I'm trying very hard to save the quartz mines on the map. The quartz mines get very they're very usable. Like I said, we fired this one up and got it going, but like at the current rate of level that we're going here, we're doing 72 per minute. We need double or triple this number. Well, if you triple that number, you're looking at 400 years. That won't last very long. So actually not even that, 400, we'll just say 375 years. That's not a lot, which means we'd have to, again, find another one of these. And even I believe if I upgrade, I didn't want to do that. Even if I upgrade this, I don't think I'm going to get much more out of these as far as these go. Now, there is some stuff eventually all the way down the line down here where I believe we're going to be able to change or at least do something with those. Where is it? I think it's right down here. World mine output. I'm assuming the more you do this, it will give you 2% more world mine output of oil rig and efficiency. So I'd assume with that, that means that the more we do that, the more we end up with better stuff. Plus, there are other options. Once we get back to that point, there's going to be all kinds of things. I don't know how. Again, I don't want to be running out of. I don't want to be running out of materials before we hit the end game kind of thing, because the end game is delivering materials from outer space to the game, or at least to the real world. So we are, again, I'm just going to try to hopefully just scrape through some of the resources that we have and move a few things around. I've started to dig down even. I was hoping I'd hit the bottom of that hole. Apparently there's an awful lot of gold in that hole. I've started to do the same thing over here with the coal because I was tired of digging up so much rock. So I figured we'll dig to the bottom of both of these holes and haul them over there. or wherever, and then go from there. But anyhow, again, like I said, discussion about all this kind of things was trying to figure out whether or not we were going to be able to get a lot of this stuff in place. And so what I've been doing now that I've got the sand up and running, and yes, I've been kind of fiddling with ideas here as far as trying to get a whole lot more food. We're going to at least double the production if we want to do what I want to do, because we're going to need, well, I want to try at least maybe one or two of the office buildings. And in order to do that, we're just going to have to keep building this direction. So I'm going to be moving a few things around. I've already moved the, I don't know why I thought that was a good idea. I used to have the fertilizer over here. I moved it for over here because it would have been closer to this thing here. Doesn't really matter. We've moved it back over here for the time being, and something is broken. Why are you out of limestone? Wow, look at me. Hang on one second. Build, please, now. Cool. All right, so now we can make fertilizer. It's not a huge deal right now. We're actually doing just fine, and it wouldn't hurt to kind of turn the fertilizer down a little bit. One of the things that I have been doing is just kind of fiddling with the fertility button here. I've been trying to leave them about 90. I understand that that's not getting me the full, the massive max amount that comes into one of these. But the interesting thing about leaving them about 90 is that you'll get a natural replenishment in here in between the cycles that does kind of help save on the fertilizer. So the only reason we're up at 100 on all these right now is because I was trying to get rid of a tank of fertilizer because I didn't feel like moving it. But as long as you keep them right about 90 and you just build a bunch of them, especially with these new greenhouse number 2s, which I didn't talk about, and it's fine, we'll get into them when we build all this kind of stuff. And again, I don't even know. Like I said, the tree farm is probably going to be moving over into this area, and then I think we'll probably expand. The rail yard, I think, is going to move eventually. These are probably going to end up taking over this entire area as we work, which means we're going to have to come back down here and scrape all that rock out and put more dirt in it. But again, no big deal. We're just kind of planning. We're trying to get things sorted. And again, it's back to that point where I want to make an X amount of production. So in order to make X amount of production, you have to go back and look at what you're doing incorrectly. So as far as the initial issue that I thought we were going to have, I think just looking at it, just laying down a couple of little things, I've been working on trying to get the Electronics 3 machine makers out of the center here, because I need, I forget what we needed, at least 8 or 9 of the Electronics 2 makers, which means I need 2 of these, which means I need 6 of those, probably 7. We're going to be moving, I'm going to try to move the medical out of here as well. I've been just slowly kind of moving things forward. So now our maintenance is up here. It used to be in this line here because I can get the 8 assemblers for the Electronics 3 that I need to do the science, plus a third, or the 9th one here for this right now. So we're currently running just exactly half of what we need, which means in reality I need 3 of these per minute in order to keep up with the maintenance. We're going to make sure that this is the last thing in line before we set off to go into the science. So we will always make sure we're making plenty of maintenance before I make any science or lab equipment or whatever it is that you want to call it. But honestly, I think even this right here is doable, like right there, and still have enough room to drive through if we need to. Now, there's going to be some changes, and the changes that I'm working on are going to continue on here. I want to introduce, and this is kind of the things that I was going to fiddle with right now while we're sitting here talking, is we're going to hit the pause button and we're going to break some stuff. Because what I want to do, as I stated at the end of last episode, I want to integrate these square columns, because these will give us more, I guess, happiness, unity thing. Plus, I also want to take and move these houses over one. So I want to actually have this, say right about there. So what we're going to do is we're going to hopscotch these over one more time, or hopscotch, whatever. I'm going to move this around, hook all of these up to the one that will end up going right here. and hopefully not really make them mad at me. So we did do a little bit of upgrading for the water over here. The water should be fine. I do need to get rid of that. I think we got rid of the fertilizer line. So I'm going to let them clean up some of this piping very quickly, and then we're going to hopefully not break a whole bunch of stuff in the process. Okay, you guys got the pipe out of there. I want you to pause. I want you to pause, and this is going to cause a problem. You know what? We'll even be nice. Let me, for right now, I want to do that, and that can go down for right now. You guys should be getting sold all of this. Have as much as you want. And I think I could probably knock this down. This is actually getting quite a bit of health for us, which is very nice. Okay, so unpause, delete, and then I need to delete. Well, I wanted the hang on a minute. Don't do that yet. I don't want to delete you. Do you still have trash in you? You don't. Do you still have trash in you? You do. Cancel deconstruction. I want them to work out whatever's in that line first, because we need to move both of those two lines. So that belt and that pipeline need to go. Is it empty? Okay, cool. You guys, Unity out, please. I'm gonna actually, no, we'll just copy one of those. Okay, and then Unity, Unity, I need to destroy, delete, excuse me, delete. Don't delete it all the way. We can delete it to about right there. And then we're gonna delete that to right about there. And get rid of it. Build you. What in the world is that? Oh, that's the other line that I need to get rid of. I'm like, what is this? You need to go away as well. Thank you. Get gone. All right, now we have to let that build, which is going to take a couple of minutes. But what that will allow us to do is I'm going to start doing things like this. So I think we'll do the column. You can have one of those. And you guys can, I guess, unpause that. All right. Boy, I forget how tall these are. Come on. There we go. Nice. Good. Then we can pause. And we're going to build a water facility and a waste facility. Actually, let's do this the other way around. I want the waste facility first, because I want the waste facility and the biomass collection, and then water facility and water facility. We're not going to build this one yet because these things are only capable of doing 120 water per minute. We're going to probably have to build a couple of more, but I do want to start with something simple like that. Okay, this is... I might just leave this one off for right now because I think we're going to be putting that in somewhere else in case I need to do one of these. But now I should again be able to Unity U and U. And I think we can do flat fluid loose U-shaped lift. You are going to be on the layer level, aren't you? All right, do the water first then. Do the one on the bottom first then. So, boop, boop, boop. Up, down, one, down. Yes? Okay. And then that's going to come... Can I drive that over the top of this? Like, no, I said there. Thank you. All right, maybe I don't want to do that. Problem is we're going to have to use a lift, and a lift is not going to go under those pipes very happily. Well, we'll just do it anyway. Do this. And do not connect. Take it all the way to the end and stop. Okay, and then you can just get connected here to the pipe. Oh, right, I have the thing off. Hang on one second. Click. Copy. Do not do this. Put a nice little loop in it like so. And I guess I'll just build this for the moment because we are going to need that eventually. Then the water line. All the way up. Water line will go past all the way over the top and to there for now because I'm likely going to go ahead and continue running it past this. It all depends on how much base we need. This is going to be the first of several of these we're probably going to end up building. I don't even know how much those things will hold. 400 times 9 times, well, it's what did I figure, 15? So 6,000 people if we decide to do that once we get there. So double what we currently have. And again, I want to start putting people in office buildings, but we're also going to have to crew space stations. So that's going to be something interesting to play with. What will end up happening, I think, once that one, since that one's built now, actually, this one is built, we can demolish this one. These two are going to go away. We're going to move the food in behind here for the temporariness until these all get built. And then, again, we may end up just removing a bunch of this, and then there'll be another big, massive pile of houses that'll start right here. So I think we're okay there. Everything should be good. Water gets hooked up twice. So let's get the water in it. And you should be, don't do that. Go to there. You go to there. Thank you. And then I think the last thing is the trash, at least for the moment. So trash, transport, loose, U-shaped. I'm just going to go as high up as we can. So that's there. And then we do U-shaped connector, U-shaped thingy here to there. And then I will connect to the lift and then raise it up so that it is in the level that I want it. Oh, wait a minute. That's running on the side of it. Hang on a second. Stop, 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 stop. Control, get rid of this. So you're going to go up max level. Yes. Okay. I forgot that was running on the side of that. We go to there. You get connected to... No, we'll do it the other direction. There. And then you can come out and go to there. And hopefully that'll work for the time being. We may end up having to start thinking about compacting the trash coming out of here because it will start to get pretty nasty. Especially now that we're not collecting the biomass coming out of here. The biomass is now going into here to get burnt. So that's one of the things that's good about the things to know about like these recycle centers here is that if you don't put this up, all of this stuff that's going in here will end up in your trash. So you're burning it. So the same thing with the biomass. It's a thing to try to make sure you're doing all the time. Okay, so Unity, all that. But you can get paused. We don't want you right now. Ooh, I knew there was going to be a bunch of trash. Please don't make us sick. Come on, you can do it. Come on, catch up. Yeah, see, we're already at 113 water usage at this point, so we may end up just turning this other one on to kind of help it. They'll get there, hopefully, sometime. Nothing stacked up horribly. And we get a bonus, hopefully. Bonus to adjacency housing, +1 Unity, to this house, this house, this house, and this house. Nice. So that should theoretically, somewhere in here, settlement quality +4. Nice. So if you have 9 things touching that, or 8 things touching that, that'll be a +8. That's cool. That'll be nice. Neat. Okay. Well, it's worth the space then. We'll keep doing that. Actually, the next one that's going to happen is going to be what? Right there? I think. So go ahead and you guys can build that too. How much does that cost? Not much. That's not terrible at all. Cool. Okay. So then all I need to do is start reworking some of this. Sadly, all of these buildings right here that I kind of want to get rid of, this whole row here is going to get moved behind and over so that we can make just a slight amount more room right here for, well, just the stuff that's going on. I don't like how this ended up. It's a lot too tight in here for me, and I don't like it. So we'll just keep working on that. So we'll let them build that. That should get us a little bit more production capability. And then I need to, I guess, work with the stuff that we currently have to move the newer stuff around. But I think we should be good at that point. Okay, cool. I'm going to take a little bit of time and just kind of figure out how I want to do this, because we've got to move this somewhere. I mean, I guess I don't have to do too much of that. This is the one I'm the most concerned about, because this is the one that's actually going to be usable for us. We can stop doing this and stop doing this anytime. And then the food. Well, I think the actual thing is these are going to get put over here, aren't they? And then we can even put in a 4th one so that we can do a little bit more, because this one is going to be a corner plot. So that's 1. Why is it only 1? Huh. Oh, it's probably because of these, aren't they? Huh. Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to do a little bit of goofing here, maybe moving a few things around here, and then, yeah, we can get back to trying to figure out how to make this all work, because we really, really need to get this going. I'm tired of staring at the wall of not making science. Science is the whole point of this game, at least until the end of it. I suppose we can keep lining them up. That'll be fine. Get unpaused. And then you can do the same thing here. We'll grab you at that point and run you as high as you'll go. Thank you. Over to here. Perfect. And I'll borrow you. Borrow you. Plunk. And I'm okay with this for right now. And unpause, unpause. Because we need our unity back. Now, I am going to move these. Once we get this corner knocked out here and I get this built and this one's gone, we're going to move all of the unnecessary stuff, like well, I should say unnecessary. Let's just put it like this. Anything that is going to involve additional unity because of happiness, I'm going to try to keep it as close to the front of the line up here as possible, mainly so that it's not in the way, in case we need to continue to expand certain things. Like, I need to move this thing because it doesn't need to be there and it could be up here. I did move the rails around, you know, all those kinds of things. So we can move a few things around. I'm just trying to attempt to maintain access to some of this in case we need it. But there we go. Okay, so those are back up and running. We should now be running a decent amount of unity again. Good. I'll just leave it at +6 for now. That won't hurt anything. I mean, they can fill up that buffer. 278 wouldn't be too bad. This one is going to be the pain, because I think I'm going to have to move all of the structure here, which means I'm going to need to move the plastic all the way up forward somewhere up here. And again, like, I'm just kind of trying to keep them working so that we don't have a problem. I think the next thing to do is go ahead and probably try to get the farm or these markets over here, so that we can delete this one. I really kind of wanted the markets right here. Well, it is what it is. It's fine, I guess. What we'll do is... I really kind of want to make a little bit more space here. I think what we're going to do is something like this, and then I'm going to take this is, again, for the time being. This is a current problem that we will solve later. I want not the 4, I want the 3. Will the 3 connect to that so that I can actually use it? Yes. For now, we're going to do that, this, and this with one of these. So that we're raising, what are we raising? Vegetables? We're going to put veggies in here. And I think I'm going to have to tell this vegetables for both. Yes, we do. And then you can be corn, and you can be corn. You can be corn. And I think we might do this for now. So that when I do go ahead and just say go, I think we can do it. Let's just go ahead and bloop. You guys build all that for me, please. And I had completely forgotten that I could put concrete under all of the housing areas, which is why there's kind of some goofy little stuff going on here. But yeah, I completely forgot about that. I may do, once we get all these moved, we may go ahead and put like some kind of nice concrete color. Like maybe we'll do brick surface or cobblestone or something. Maybe we'll do something nice underneath their area where they live, so that they can at least, have a nice little surface to walk on instead of that pretty grass, I mean, the grass is kind of nice too. I suppose I could just have them demolish that surface area. How about that? Let's start from here and go to there. And I think they can get most of that. And then, like I said, we may just go ahead and put some stuff back. Okay, you guys have got those built. Now the fun part comes. I want to pause. What is here that I can pause? I want to pause this. And I want to pause that for now. Okay. Boink, boink. Empty. Empty. I love that so much. Had one of them. Stop it. We have storages right here. Fill those storages. Okay, so then they should be able to access only via here. Good deal. And then I guess what we do is, did you dump that? Go away. Well, actually, no. Let's just leave those alone. We need to get a bridge probably about right here. I know. We'll find out who's mad at us in a second. You are going to go about right... preferably center between the two, if there's a center at all. That's centered reasonably well. This is going to turn the corner. I gotta move that. Oy, I gotta move that. I gotta move that. I need to move you. Don't cut it too much. Okay. I don't know if I can do this. Let's see. Go away. I need it to come straight up from right there. like that. And then you down here, and we'll go under there, into the box there. And then you, since you're up in the air, you're going to get deleted. Please. And then you... I don't feel like that connected where I wanted it. It didn't. Don't connect to anything. Just go that way. Another massive amount of temporariness to do things, but you can go to about there. Or we could even go a little bit further. Start right there. U-shape lift down. Flip. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. There to there. There to there. And then unpause all of that. And then what we'll do with this line here is I'll rotate it. And I'll rotate it. And I'll rotate it. And I'll rotate it. And I'll rotate it. As soon as they build all that, who is the truck struggling? What did you guys do? What are you mad about? You are mad about... Oh, that's great. So they won't be able to get to that. Can I Unity that out of there? Thank you. Are we still mad? There must be some... What's your problem? Oh, we're paused. That's what the problem is. Go wait. Go do something else. Go do something else. How about this? We'll just pause, unpause. There. Thank you. Now, what is the problem here? Which one are we messed up with? You are mad because we're full of stone. How in the world... Oh, I don't know if they can get over there anymore. That's funny. I might have dug into their pathway. No, that one's still making it. I think we need to stop right here, fellas. Why don't you stop digging in that corner for just a minute, okay? Just for a little while we try to empty a couple of things out. I don't know if those trucks can get back. I think they can. I can see a pathway on the mountain they've been driving. Okay, cool. We'll just let them catch up. We have plenty of sand. They're digging not a whole lot of sand here anyway, so it is pretty typical. That'll be all right. We're good. I'll actually what I'll do is I will do one here and then do one there. I actually should probably just upgrade them to those guys, but you know, it's not a problem for right now. How are we doing on the houses? Have you guys got all of that built? Good. So we're filling, and we're filling, and we're filling, and we're filling. Amazing. How are these done? Are these good? Are they... Okay, cool. I'm just going to go ahead and delete these then. They should just move the parts. Nice. All right, we should actually start to see our food production go up quite a ways. They might have dumped some over here, and if they do, they'll just haul it out of here. I still don't know why I have 350 of you guys in here. I have no idea why. Can you please Can you please empty? I know we have a bunch of stuff. Seriously. Oh, we need to turn those on. No, we don't. We still haven't gotten to that point. How empty is that box? I can go ahead, I suppose, and unpause all of that. And then they can build all of that for us as well. And I guess they can build that, and they can build, well, I don't want those built yet. No. We build those two. I don't have this stuff hooked up yet. I think this is hooked up. That looks hooked up. That's hooked up. This is all hooked up. Good to go. You guys should be able to build things, so go ahead and do that now. And as soon as those are out of the way, I can delete that one. Which means once this is gone, I can delete that one. So I need to build you, and you. I have the natural population shut off at this point, or natural pop growth shut off at this point, because we don't necessarily need them. But that'll allow us, if we wanted to then bring in a different flavor of material, different flavor of food, and maybe build stuff like right here if we need to. Well, I can't do that because this one's going away. Actually, I am right. My brain does not want to work at all right now. It's fine. Build those. Why did I pause those? Unpause them. Build them. Because we're short housing in order to be able to delete that one. And then once we get that done, we can fiddle around with this. Okay, so boink. And then I can fix. We can fix that should we care, but that will at least give us a little bit more space right here for this road. Again, I'm probably going to just pull this pipe back down along the edge of this here, and then this will be area for storage for should we decide we want to add in a storage for these things here to try to keep things up as we go. But yeah, I think we're going to be moving these like down here somewhere. I do need to get the recycle center back going. Let's get that done really quickly. Recycling center, because we're throwing away a lot of good stuff right now, and I don't want to be doing that. Recyclables, doot. You go this way. Can I get one kind of close to that? Yes. Okay, good. Do not pause that until the belt is built. Unpause till the belt is built, I suppose. So you... shoot. That's right. I did some goofing around with these to not have them do that, but I guess we'll just go ahead and build it for now. If need be, we'll move some of these belts later. It's always someone else's problem later. U-shape lift. And spin. Done. Probably built it too close, didn't I? Oh, it should work. Okay, cool. And then we can unpause all of that. I want to make sure that belt is built first. Because that line is eventually going to carry past all of this. I don't know if that's going to make much of a difference. Which level is this on now? Oh, we may need to rebuild that. Hang on a second. You stop. You not there. There. Now, deconstruct it. Or did I actually just build it again? I did. I love this. Deconstruct. Go away. I need to pull at least that belt forward so that it knows what's going on. Cool. And then I want you to connect to that. Thank you. Because I think I can get rid of that belt then. For now. No, I did it again. All right, then you guys can build that. There. Doesn't that look a little better, guys? Huh? Doesn't that look a little bit nicer? We're now getting a little bit of a bonus off of that stuff, too. They're getting almost a 1% point in Unity, or at least 1 whole point in Unity now. So that is pretty stinking cool. At least that's an extra piece of Unity they can't take away from me as long as these are sitting here. So, yes, +1 to the thing. That is cool. You guys should be able to get that built. Go ahead and just help them out. And good. So then we'll stop throwing away all that stuff. I think the final thing I want to worry about may end up being right here. We're going to pull the... Well, we're still getting plenty of that out of here. It's just more trash to burn, and I don't need to be burning all of this trash. So, like, we're backed up right now because this is backed up right now, which I am concerned here. I may need to let this run a little bit. Waste is piling up. Waste is piling up. Where? I didn't do anything. Well, I'm going to let this run a little bit. If need be, what the answer generally to that problem is you stop doing solid waste. You stop doing the straight waste into the incinerator, and you start compacting it using the compactor, and then you send a compacted trash over here, because the compacted trash, you can make a whole lot more of it very quickly out of doing the other things. So we'll let it run and see if it catches up. I know it's going to be something I'm going to have to do eventually anyway, which is part of the reason why I'm doing what we're doing here. That gives us a little bit more room to do said trash compaction. But I suppose while we're here, I'm going to finish this, and I'm going to probably call that there for now. I'm going to let it run. We'll see how we go. Low supply of electronics too. Why? Why? Oh, because I turned that on. Whoops, hang on. we need to do a little bit more than that. But anyhow, I think I'm going to just continue to kind of pick at this a little bit, guys. We're going to get everything done. I'll get everything done. I'm going to get a couple of things set up. We will try to move this in the next episode, and then I'm going to start concentrating on being able to feed the... How much people did we figure? 400 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 people. So 400 times 13 is 5,280 people, or at least double what we've got right now. Because again, if we have to, what I'm going to continue to do is just stack them back here behind all of this again. So that's enough for now. I'll see y'all later. Bye.